Good morning. Good morning. Okay, let me drop the link. I don't expect to catch any fish this morning. It's a tad bit early. Wait, no, I gotta do this. Share screen. TLC search. Share. Okay. I wanted to play around with this little corner.net. Add to screen. I interviewed Parker last week. Parker's the guy who built out this little corner.net. Had a lovely conversation. And he showed me something at, I am so sick. Microphone thing. He showed me something that I didn't know you could do because I kind of thought it was just only a search engine. But there is more. Yeah, I'm excited for my conversation with Parker to release. And then last night I talked to Samuel from New Zealand, who has a channel called How to Understand the World. And Samuel is great. I had a blast. We essentially talked about logic and poetry for longer than I expected. I think my conversation with Samuel will be criminally underwatched, if I was to guess. But I think I just kind of like the criminal things. Like, there's a sense that even if only one person watches the thing, I'm just content. I'm just happy. And it's funny because if there was money involved, I wouldn't be happy. I would be doing things completely differently. I think about that a lot because I really like getting to do YouTube and not being concerned with actually doing YouTube. It's very cool. Yeah, normally I have some kind of a video to release on Tuesday mornings, but I'm out of time. I'm out of time. Time has finally caught up with me. I have no time. Do you check the watch hours, or is the one view count enough? Yeah, it's funny because when I was pooping, I saw that you were posting on X, and I almost clicked on one and said, "I'm awake now. It's time for you to go to bed, Grim." But then I didn't, and now here we are. Do I check? Well, I don't. Should we do that instead? Should we go look at watch hours? I'm not sure I even know what a watch hour is. I think usually people watch for 10 minutes and then stop. Is that what a watch hour is? Yeah, I'm out of time. I'm doing some film stuff for my church, and so that's all the time that I used to have to do TLC stuff. Well, not to do TLC stuff, but to wait. I gotta get to like do recording and editing. I'm doing editing for the church. Your video. How do I get to my YouTube studio? Oh, they moved it. Yeah, it's down here. Wait, it's not here? YouTube studio. Oh, YouTube Studio. Watch hours. Okay, I gotta switch this screen. Wait, remove this screen. Stop sharing screen. Channel and analytics. And then add it to the stage. Yeah. 6,000 views. It's all shorts. I guarantee those watch time 235 hours. That's in the last 28 days. Yeah, okay, but it's all shorts. Yeah, it's all shorts. And there's nothing. It's oh, this one's over 30 seconds. Wait, is this how I got to 6,000 views? Oh, because it's views. How to get to 235 hours? Channel watch time compared to your typical performance. Wait, is it going to be all shorts? Oh, nope, this one. Okay, so we're at, wait, how many down is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, top 10, all shorts. Number 11 then. What does 2.2% mean? Yeah, average view, 17 minutes. Average percentage viewed, 19%. No hypes. Yeah, so the first video that's on here has a 19% viewage rate. 134 views, more shorts. And then older stuff that gets up to 11 minutes. They both have 11 minutes was the average view. So 100 views, an average view of 11 minutes. And then, the thing I did with Grim Grizz, average view, 3 minutes. I got it. What happens 3 minutes in? Because that's a hilarious 3 minutes, and everyone was just noped out of it. 13 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 4 minutes. The Grim Grizz interview has the longest average view duration from last year. 47 minutes. Wait, it only has 5 views? Is that real? Or is this month? Did this get 5 views this month? That's the one where Grim is like, welcome in. Welcome in, howdy. It's very strange they started the interview that way. Maybe it's 5 views this month. So, and people, I don't know how these analytics even work. That got 15 seconds. I don't know what these numbers mean. Oh, it is last 28 days. Wow. Grim Grizz killing it in the back catalog. Very impressive.
Oh, you do welcome people in. I was about to type and ask.
Well, I mean, I don't have 2 monitors. I mean, I got 1 monitor. I don't know what you want from me.
You heard the bing bing, right? I do like a tab at the bottom left and then like a tab in the top right.
You do tiny tabs.
Tiny, but yeah. Windowed tabs. Windowed.
That's actually very smart. I should probably start doing that.
It's good to be in a virtual synchronicity with you, really.
You too. Have you been up all night?
Yes. I've sworn myself a tolerance break when I wake up.
Have you played around with this little corner.net?
No, that's why I came in though, because if I was back in the day, me would by now. And like some people have done great branding work with it, or with its previous incarnation.
Oh, that's how those flippin' Chris Pataku videos were built. Some of them.
I think so, and I know Raquel used it very usefully.
Per cow, yeah.
No, Raquel.
Oh, Ruckow. Oh, I've seen that name.
She did the. I think it's a she did the Fifth Element ones. They ended up hitting copyright, so they're old. I don't learn them much anymore.
Even the like the one, I don't know if that's a Neil thing, like, but the optimal grip one, that's probably search the term and then
Right.
pull all the videos and you have the transcript.
That's the best use case I've seen of people using. I don't know what like people who do other things use it for.
Well, okay, I don't care about these analytics. So
That was the point of your whole segment.
What? This was your segment. You were like, what's your view count?
No, that watch time average is hard. I think that's like part of why the Peugeot one has done so well is because if the watch time percentage stays high enough, then the algorithm will keep shoveling it.
That makes a ton of sense.
And it was like over 24.
Okay, I'm building up my little tiny tab here. Ooh, StreamYard does not look good on a tiny tab.
Oh no, it gets real weird sometimes. I've had to refresh repeatedly during streams before. Like, cause if you change the view, like where we're in different views, or you bring something up and changes back and stuff, it'll get smaller and then not get bigger again. It's crazy.
Well, yeah, even right now you were like barely the size of my. I guess I could just do these tall side by sides. It's probably a little better.
The intimate view, as I call
it.
Let's do egregore.
Wait, no, I gotta show you this thing.
Oh, you know one already?
Well,
you got one prepped.
There's a whole this right here. Okay, if you go to sort, right? So this is the homepage. If you go to sort, you can go to most referenced.
Okay.
And then if you click, I think you just click search. Oh, come on. How did he do it? Yeah, all years. Because Parker was showing me. I thought you just clicked most reference. Let's do.
If he did search, what did he search? Yeah, before. Were they like referenced by other videos, or what was the?
Yes, exactly. So there's a whole web, so you can see what videos other people have. It must be put in their description.
Maybe, yeah, that would make sense. Making use of people doing that would be a good idea.
Which made me think of, okay, this isn't even searching at all.
Might have just broke it.
Yeah, probably. There's like an old.
All years. That's a pretty big request. That's a good size search request.
It's only, I don't know, 10,000.
Yeah.
10,000 videos.
Oh no, it's only 22,000.
Oh, 22,000. Yeah, okay, all right. I cut it in half. Oh no!
You broke it. Congratulations.
It's probably these tiny tabs, man.
Oh, it could be. Definitely could be.
It'll get there. It'll get there. I believe it. But Jordan Peterson had this thing where he was like talking about like reference citations, and that's how you know something is like. Maybe he said like that was his way to like know it was true because everyone found it useful.
Useful. It's useful. That's as far as you don't know what it's useful for, but it's been very useful to reference the shit out of that.
But I was thinking then for this morning, I was like, I could go to this little corner on net and I could find what the corner sees as most useful or most full of truth.
Well, reload it and try do it for like 1 year instead of 10 and see if that happens. Or if you just killed it and it's still dead now.
Yeah, it's still dead. Yeah, we're beating a dead horse.
It doesn't look like you clicked that reload button. How are we supposed to believe you?
This right here, it's doing a little circle. We got a little circle going.
Oh, the one down there at the bottom right. Yeah, that one. We can see you click that. So much better.
Yeah, I remember that Vervaeke's episode 1 of the Meaning Crisis was the very top of the reference list, which is like not surprising.
Well, let's go to the 33rd minute of that. Well, this does this then, and see if it's your internet or that website. I want to watch the Neil and Yoav one, but I haven't yet.
Oh, it's so good. They get into such nerdy science.
Yoav's one of my favorites.
Talking about like nanobots.
You know how great it is to have somebody that gives me 30 shekels every now and then?
I can imagine.
It's the best. And not just because I'm getting shekels. In general, because that's always a good thing.
Wait, did John Vervaeke rename his whole channel John Vervaeke's Lectern?
Sounds like something he would do.
I guess it makes sense because it's no longer him. Yeah, this is everything.
Are you in the poor person version of StreamYard?
Yeah.
I can't stream to my channel. I wonder if that's why.
Yeah, no, I'm just over here. Okay. Now I gotta find share the screen. Episode 1. Gotta do this 33rd minute that's requested.
Yeah, I liked your piece a lot. That was great.
What's that?
Your 33-minute piece.
Oh, that took a long time.
That was great, though. It was epic.
Yeah, it was really fun. And thankfully last year I didn't make that many videos. So it was like it was a feasible attempt at something. It was very strange because there was the music helped. You were right about that. But there was a coherency. Yeah,
that's how it does that, dude. Like, I'll be on a stream and I'll have videos up. I know I'm going to click in somewhere, and then I'll click in somewhere, and somehow it's coherent and all tied together. I'm like, way to go.
I mean, it's kind of miraculous if you ask me. Like there is, I don't know, you do that and you go like, okay, the Spirit of God is moving my fingers. All right, I hear you.
Something.
Okay. Not as subject to individual environmental variation. You have much more resources, both in terms of what people can have, what kind of discoveries they're making. And so what happens is people start forming these much broader trading relationships.
Shekels.
Now that's very significant because it opens up the scale at which human cognition has to operate in an important way. And human beings plausibly responded by developing things that we see now as pervasive. They developed a bunch of rituals, and we're going to talk a lot about why ritual is so important, for dealing with both the environmental challenge and the enhanced social network that they were creating to deal with it. And by the way, we're going to talk about that a lot.
What?
Have you noted the unbabbling on X? You can put him down now. We're done. Thanks, John.
The unbabbling?
Yeah.
No.
There's Japan people all over my X feed.
Oh, I saw your post about that.
Yeah, it's wild.
Are
Like,
they talking in English or Japanese?
well, they're talking in Japanese, but I'm reading it in English because it's now auto-translated and unbabbled. You know, but it's
Oh,
I've seen some right-wing Japanese people too. It's been great.
did that happen in the last couple days? They did auto translate and everything?
It's the first time I started seeing it, and I don't know if it's everything or not, but I know it's Japan. 'Cause I don't know that I've seen many from any other languages.
That's going to be, I never even thought about that. That's going to be so strange.
And it pines in with exactly the 33 clip we just played about how when that society opened up to trade, it changed the way their brains had to function at scale. Like the scale of their thought. Like, yeah, the operating scale. The scale of operation. Like what it is for the internet. Like the people in the 40s didn't have to think about the rest of the world the way we do. And now this, now the unbabbling.
Well, it's not going to be good for people's brains. I don't think. I think it's cool. But having to think globally, I think is going to, I mean, I think it already breaks people, but like, that's like even more of like a lure to become a globalist then.
You are. Can't help it. It's too late. But what'll be interesting is if it doesn't make all the peasants feel like, hey, we're all the same. Because that's the vibe going on right now. Or at least it's being fed to me.
All the peasants are the same. Yeah, I mean, you've talked to Jordan Hall. I've basically become convinced of the collapse theory.
That they're collapsing the petrodollar?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm. It's funny because at first it felt like World War III, and then I sat down like I thought, and I like sat in a place where I was alone and just thought, and I went, maybe Hall was right. Like, this isn't World War III. Like, this is like the beginning. It's not the end. It's not the middle. It's just the very beginning of like the great Silicon Age collapse. And then part of me goes, do I just spend too much time on the internet that all I can think about is collapse? But I usually come back to like, no, I think if I was like to put my chips in, I would put my chips in on another Bronze Age collapse. And then I started thinking about the Bronze Age collapse. And what up, Jeff?
Why does he call you fish?
I think because at the very beginning of the stream, I said I wasn't going to catch any fish because it was too early. That's my guess. Wait, I got to do this real quick. Add as moderator.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's all blue in StreamYards.
Man, this littlecorner.net is not coming up.
You've killed it.
Yeah, apparently.
In 6 days, it'll work again after it finishes searching those 22,000 videos for every reference of the word egregore it can find.
Yeah, so because like the Bronze Age collapse is so strange because I was thinking about how like I've been thinking about the timelines of the Bible. And like I'm convinced, and there's actually some science now that agrees with this, which is crazy. That like the flood story is the end of the Ice Age.
Why is Shoulder Surf looking into dating apps?
Oh, is that what it is? I've
The Plenty of Fish is a reference as a dating app, as far as I know.
It's like a Christian dating app.
No, just a dating app.
Oh. Well, I don't think that he's looking into it. He's just saying
It's
is
like
it
a
still around?
lowered expectations dating app.
Because there's plenty of fish.
I don't think he's looking into it either. I was giving him.
Yeah, Jeff and I are planning to do a Stephen King conversation. You want to join?
It depends. Are you going to talk about his stuff or him?
We're going to talk about The Stand because Jeff just finished reading it, and I love The Stand. I read it a long time ago, and it actually like some of my like deepest theology comes from that, which goes back to your wonderful conversation last year with Benjamin Boyce, where you said something like Stephen King was your favorite theologian. And
that makes sense. That makes sense.
I've been wanting to talk about it ever since then, but then you were like, I didn't really read Stephen King books. I was like, what do you mean?
No, I totally read an assload of Stephen King books. I don't remember saying anything about it on Benjamin Boyce, but I definitely like The Long Mile was formative.
Jane and I listened to that when we drove from Alaska to Wisconsin. Wait, no. The Long Walk, where the boys are just walking.
Yeah, The Long Walk. Sorry, not The Green Mile.
Yeah, I listened to that last year. It was strange.
But The Stand, I grew up like Twin Peaks, and The Stand was a 80s TV miniseries, whatnot. The best version. Because they had, I think Murdoch was the trash can man. Murdoch from the A-Team.
I sent Shoulder Surf a signal, and I said, Trash Can Man is my favorite character.
My life for you. Of course he is. He's the hero.
He's the best. The Langoliers. Are you two having like boomer hour right now?
Yeah.
What is the Langoliers?
It's this. It's Balky Bartakamus doing this. That's the Langoliers.
I've never felt younger in my life. This is great.
These people are on an airplane and they fly through a portal, and the portal puts them back in time. I don't know if it's like half an hour or 10 minutes, but like everybody else is gone, right?
Huh.
And then these things called the Langoliers come to eat the past, and they have to get in the plane and fly away again real fast. It's good stuff.
All right, fine. I'll stop calling you guys boomers. Gen X is fine.
Oh yeah, if I was a boomer, I'd have a house.
I thought you have a house.
I'm in a house. I don't have one. It's in the family. It's a family house.
Yeah.
I live in my mother's basement, bro. She just don't live here anymore. And the rest of the house, it just sits there. Like there's extra rooms if nothing happens.
Well, when the work trip is gonna happen, let me know.
Yeah. I gotta get it's gotta be in my name before we're allowed to, really.
I went up north to a friend's place this past weekend, and we did a bunch of demolition. And demolition that's my favorite kind of construction. You just get a crowbar and you get to just like take a wall apart.
That's the worst. So bad. Because like there's 47 different things that are in there.
Oh yeah.
And you're not allowed to sort them and pile them into their own thing as you take them out. You have to just take it all out as one big clump and leave it all as a clump and not. It's terrible.
Do you have a little OCD? Sort and pile. I'm like shocked to hear you say that.
I spend most of my time rearranging things in a Minecraft chest.
I mean, I've been there. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I never got good enough at the sorting and rearranging into chests to ever build anything in any one of those games. Because eventually I would give up at the sorting and just be like, all right, I'll just go play like the kill things part of this. I'm sick of sorting and rearranging.
I have great news for you. They've added a copper golem. Just put a block of copper down and then put a carved pumpkin on its head. And it turns into a little man. And anything you put in the little man's chest, he'll put in the other chests for you.
Oh my goodness.
It's great.
Okay, reload this little corner.net. It's got to be
It's going to work this time.
ERR connection timed out. I don't even know what an ERR is.
Could it be an
It could be an error.
An
Yeah, so I've been thinking about collapse, and I've been thinking about how like there's only a few stories that make it through the Bronze Age collapse. Like there's not many. You have
what's the year on that?
1177 BC. So like Egypt makes it through. Genesis makes it it's tricky there. Genesis and Exodus make it through. I think it's like the Rig Veda of India makes it through. Like Hesiod over in Greek, his stuff makes it through.
We've arranged for nothing to make it through this time. People are unable to associate Kindle and kindling and firewood. But we don't have books anymore, so none of those are going to make it through.
Well, that's the thing. Is like even the books, like the which one was it? It might have been like the Ugaritic stuff specifically made it through because it was like on clay. So when the fire came, it like baked nicely.
That'll teach you.
But then I've been thinking
realized something.
What?
Like, you know how the billionaires are all building bunkers and stuff?
Yeah.
They're totally going Morlock. The time machine wasn't fiction.
Oh, that's H.G. Wells.
Yeah.
What? How does I don't remember Morlock. I remember the flying people from the episode of Wishbone.
All right, time machine. He goes. He finds the future, and he finds these people called the Eloi, who don't read anymore. And then this bell goes off, and they all go to these temples where they're taken and eaten by these creatures called the Morlocks, which are commanded by these super intelligent bunker dwellers. That's our future, as predicted by the time machine.
I mean, maybe he was from the future.
I love that that Eloi is what he called them. That's something about that just makes a lot of sense.
The Eloi.
Over on X, you know.
Eloy's ex.
No, the people of X are the Eloy. Elon's Eloy.
Elon's Eloy. And they have been unbabbled. Well, and so yeah, I've been thinking about not exactly bunkers, but like, how do you make it through collapse? And I mean, once like collapse really comes, a lot of it I think just comes down to like how many guns do you own and how good are you with them.
I think it's Mother Abigail better come to me in my dream or I'm screwed.
Yeah, I've kind of been thinking about Paul as like the psychic black lady of the TLC.
I had a vision of Paul when all this started.
Like a dream?
No, like a flash. It was like this desert. I think it was the one. It feels like it was from Prophecy, but like they're all holed up in this like gas station in the middle of the desert kind of thing, and it turned in like a division. It's down the road from this thing called the fibrillation. What fibrillation? A hop fibrillation or a hop vibration? One of the
Hop vibration.
Yeah. So this down the road from that, on this desert highway, is this gas station diner, cafe, and I see Vanderklay in there, like ushering people in with a shot, and he's got a shotgun.
Resident Evil 22.
Something like that. He's no Mother Abigail.
What's up, Olson?
I gave you a link in the private chat if you want to show the unbabbling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I've been building this thing with Claude, but it's getting so big that I can only talk to Claude 3 times a day and I can only ask one question. So I'm getting really good at asking questions. I'm already pretty good at asking questions, but I'm getting really good at asking questions. And the question can't be too complex enough, because if the question is too complex, I have to wait 6 hours to tell it to build it. I have to ask the right question so that there's enough space for it to do what I need it to do on this, like making it through collapse. Well, I guess I said this before. I kind of feel insane saying it, but I'm trying to work on like the meta solution, which I'm confused.
With that kind of access, that's insane.
What?
Like even the $20 tier comes with some level of API access, and I think forcing it through the chat or like going through the web interface is costing you. Like you get a lot more use in that kind of work if you went through the hoops to use the API access, however the hell they do that.
Yeah, but I mean, I kind of feel like my niche is doing the insane thing.
Okay.
I'll show it to you. I'll show you what I got. This is live. You can join, Olson. This is live. Okay, the unbabbling. Haruka Suzumori. They know Take Me Home Country Roads?
Share this tab instead. And I'm going to hide while you do it.
Wait, if I will I get yelled if I play this? I don't know. Let's go for it. I don't know. I like the guy in the black left. The guy in the back left that's jamming on the guitar, I trust. Everybody else, I feel like it could be Americans just using AI to look Japanese. But I guess maybe I just don't understand other cultures, and so it seems like it's made up. I just conservative posts about Japanese politics, culture, and society. 67K followers. Okay, but let's. How much are we posting? October 15th. Okay, this is last year. September of last year. Kawaguchi now has a big Kurdish Muslim population and is unrecognizable. Wait, Japan has I thought Japan was like super tight about their immigration stuff. Okay, now we're doing Tiananmen Square massacre. Whew. Japan is with you, South Korea. Save your country from the socialists before it's too late. Is this real? Okay, now we're doing another Muslim post. We stand with you, South. Take your country back from the leftist socialists. This feels like it's just baiting Americans. Oh, I'm not logged in on X on this, so I can't read the comments. I want to know if the comments are all from Americans.
Probably so.
Is this just baiting Americans, or is this like the West culture is also fully over there, and so they're doing the same thing?
Cough, get back.
Possibly drunk British English teacher beats up a staff member. So it's like all outrage stuff. Oh, they're just shaking the cherry trees down. Oh, but it's an anti-China post. So it's just pure outrage. Antifa? And Antifa in Japan. I find that hard to believe. This has got to be just like American bait. And then she gets tons of views from Americans who freak out about Antifa.
Why are you sticking on the same profile? That's not the point.
I don't know what the point is.
The Japanese stuff is being auto-translated, put in for you feeds. Remember the unbabbling.
Yeah, but I can't. That's all I can do is look at the one profile. Because
it was just an example. We can talk about your Claude thing.
Yeah, the unbabbling thing, it is wild. Like, if everything gets unbabbled, then eventually the conversations are going to be so general, there'll be no specifics left. The new
Pentecost. Oh no, I never understood why they got it. What?
Oh, Olson's been seeing the unbabbling for a while.
It's true. I thought it was going to happen with Babelfish, and I mean, it kind of had, but this is something different. Because you had to put in effort to use, like, what you call it?
Babelfish? All right, I'll pull up this PDF. Is it a PDF? I don't know what it is. Where do I find
Artifact.
the artifact?
Claude makes artifacts.
Yeah, this one. Wait. Oh, can I do it just here? I can't. Can I do it all the way? Yeah, so it's funny because this, like, I've been trying to get up, Jane and I both, and my parents actually. We've been trying to get plastic out of our house, which takes like a year if you're like gonna. It's insane the amount of plastic. And I wanted to. I was getting annoyed because I really love seltzer water. It's one of my great joys in life, but the aluminum is coated with plastic. I was like, okay, I'd like to carbonate a drink. I want to carbonate something that has bubbles and is delicious, but I don't want any plastic. So that's how this thing started. And then I learned about, it's so annoying because like I learned about something that Luke Thompson is already doing, and I really, really hate it when Luke Thompson is right.
Yeah.
But his stupid ginger beer and ginger bug, like it's like sourdough for liquids. So then I was like learning about fermentation, and then I told somebody on Signal, I said I went wholly schizo, which is the only term I know that describes what I did. I just started building things with Claude, and I tried to, soda streamed off the table because it comes in like plastic. Although Matt C sent me something that was like kind of, I think it was no plastic, but I was trying to connect all the domains, and then before I realized it, I was like, I think I'm building the meta solution, which is an insane thing to say.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm working on. I've gotten pretty far.
What would you say the meta solution is?
Well, you ever heard of the meta crisis?
Yeah.
So what would you say the meta crisis is?
Not knowing which thing is gonna break first, and once one does, the rest of them do.
It's a good. I don't know.
I like your brick wall, by the way. You moving okay?
Yeah. So this is my new abode. They let me out of the basement.
People act like it's the worst place. It's the best place in the house.
Yeah, I never complained.
Everybody knows it's the coolest room.
It is the coolest, especially in the summer. Yeah.
They're just front.
I'm in the basement. I'm a big fan of the basement.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we don't have a basement, so.
Oh, no basement.
This is as good as it gets, yeah, because Arkansas has a clay soil, and so all the water gets trapped down there. If you build anything down there, it gets all moldy and dank.
Wow. Yeah, so soil is where this all starts. So
General Grant? Morning. Ethan, morning. I guess I haven't said morning to everybody. I can only stay on for a few minutes, then I gotta go hygiene myself.
Yeah, I got 12 minutes and the Chris Howard show starts. Usually 5, right? 5:30 is when he starts?
Yeah, usually.
So 11 minutes. And then the Chris Howard show is up next. So we're at 10 parts and 46 domains. And the question is, what kind of civilization do you need to build to sustain a fully human life? From my Corzal networks to the monastery, from the gut brain to the grain in the field, 46 domains, one epilogue. This is how about the grocery store is a tombstone. This is not homesteading. It's not opting out of civilization. And then here's the table of contents, which is wrong because there's 10 parts and 46 domains. But part 1 is the land. And then there's a domain on soil, on animals, on bees, and on the orchard. And every domain will eventually have a deep dive. But even now they have really practical steps.
You know, this reminds me of Tents Before Temples.
Yeah, it's probably similar. I haven't. Have I seen his table of contents? There's no stories here. This is just like, well, we could go to the soil one, but like part 2 is then the table: water, fats and oils, dairy, meat and fish, grain and bread, produce, ferments and drinks, supplements.
All right, we'll go into 1 so we can see what like when you go into 1.
Well, okay, pick a part then. You have the land, the table, the body, the mind, the soul, the
Part
spirit,
2, part
the
2.
community, the dwelling, the wild, and the this part doesn't have a name, but it's the large parts of. It's got Jubilee. I've got Jubilee in here.
Woo!
Part 2. Okay, the table. So you
I
want
guess
water?
what would it look like if there was a Jubilee?
Well, in about 3 weeks, all the rich people would have all the money back. But it would be a great 3 weeks. Really nice 3 weeks.
I've spent probably more time than I should thinking about that and like how like corporations and stuff would organize their contracts and stuff. Just kind of like what you're saying. Like in 3 weeks, they're gonna have it all back.
It's based off a Will Rogers quote. I can't remember or quote.
Yeah, I mean, if it happened once every 50 years, that means most people would see it once.
Yeah.
Some folks would see it twice.
Not a many, yeah.
We can fix for that.
What's the Jubilee YouTube channel?
That's where Peterson goes to make a fool of himself. It was a setup. It was definitely a setup. They were washing their hands of him.
But yeah, like how it like if the corporation knew that you like banks, right? Home loans, 30-year home loan, like that would work for the first 20 years, but then once he hits the 21st year before the next Jubilee, like it couldn't be a 30-year home loan anymore.
Yeah, they can't see it coming. It doesn't work. It's got to be surprise Jubilees or not. Or it won't work.
Yeah, well, I guess, yeah. That's
you're not going to solve the meta crisis or pitch us on it in 11 minutes, I don't think.
No, we have 7 minutes.
I think, yeah, I think you just kind of got to start in one spot and then you slowly kind of work out from there.
Yes.
Because you need community, right? So one guy, you're going to need like a couple people are going to be your soil people. A couple people are going to be like your architecture people.
Yep.
A couple people are going to be your textiles people. Things like that.
So it all comes down to networking. The best way to do that is virtually. Why don't we be virtually not alone?
Well, and it has to happen at like a parish level. So like your network has to exist in your city to a degree. And then
you need one in your city, whether or not the whole thing exists there, right? Like you want one for your city. You want one in every environment you operate in. One of those is meat space and one of those is not. Usually for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Rigel is like I think I can say this
A Nephilim?
When I saw how tall he was in Chicago, I was just like, oh my goodness, he's so tall. And I first saw him and Sam S together, and they're both so tall, and they were just both towering over me. But he's got this 100 Days of Creators thing that he's got like a Discord built out. He's like a couple of years away from like starting a digital guild if I was to bet. Because he's got a lot going on with creatives helping each other build things, and then like and then the thing is like, how do you get the creative to sell the things they build? And then how do you slowly expand the category of creative so that the bread maker can hang out with the songwriter? And
Just teach the damn songwriter to make some bread. I don't know what the hell you guys are up to. You can multitask people.
I can't even monotask.
You know how good you gotta be at playing the flute to be the town flute player? I mean, come on. Keep art where it's supposed to be, out of monetization.
Well, okay, but it's not about monetizing. It's about like
Starving artists make the best art the same way that suffering animals make the tastiest food.
I'm pretty sure Michelangelo was compensated pretty well while he was painting that big ceiling.
Yeah, but that's just the neck pain.
He did have a lot of neck and arm pain. Yeah, that's true. He was suffering in that way. Yeah, that's true.
But it's about like Jordan Hall's been talking about abundance, and there is a sense that it's about selling off your overflow. And so it's not like monetizing, but it's like once you're fed and then you have other stuff, it's not about market rates, but it's like, how do you create overflow that can, and it can be traded. It doesn't need to be sold. It could be traded. You're about to man me, so man me.
It's money, economy, survival stuff. We don't know enough about the new system to plan for how to do it. The barter part was nice, though. But like this digital economy, they can turn your money off stuff. We're not ready for that. We can't. I don't know. I can't right now. It's like to make plans based on what I know about how reality works seems like the stupidest possible thing I can do. Because reality is not staying the same anymore. They call it Agenda 2030. The next 3 years are going to be interesting.
Yeah, so like when I just kind of think like, what was the last like major reset? Like and I think of like the Great Depression, right? And people learned how to get along then as well.
As far as we know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my grandparents were both still alive and could remember that and I could talk to them about that. I did when they were alive. I don't know. I mean,
They teach you how to do food the old Depression way? Because that would be handy.
No, but they taught me how to save tinfoil.
Good. That could be handy too.
And wax paper. They saved everything. And that was part of the thing. Like they were just saving all sorts of stuff. I started my new position yesterday, and was going through the desks of one of the guys that had been there before, and there's like all this old computer stuff in there, and I was like, I don't know how a lot of this goes together. There's like all this information that's being lost from one generation to the next on that. Anyways, that made me think of that, like this stuff, canning food. A lot of people have. There's that big book. What's that book that people are selling that's sold on the internet? Like the End of Time, How Things Work book. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I guess you guys aren't on enough prepper channels to get the
I'm telling you, I'm Mother Abigail all the way for me, or just what comes with what may.
I'm just imagining Grim with like a leash that splits into, I don't know if it's 3 or 4, and you've got Kayfabe and a couple cats. And he's dragging them, and then he's got just like one suitcase he's holding in the other, just walking through the desert to go find Paul holding a shotgun in front of a gas station.
That's stupid. You make a saddle for Kayfabe, and he's got a cat on each side.
He's got cats for saddlebags.
Miss Sylvia riding on the back of him steering, and I'm probably carrying one myself.
Little lobster monkey just sitting on top of his head going, welcome on in. Welcome on in.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Howdy, yo. All right, I'll let you close out your show, sir. It's good to see you.
Thank
Good
you.
to
Have
see
a
you
great-
too.
See you guys.
Later, y'all. Chris Howard show up next.